Hi, so welcome back to this real quick video right here from Real Auto Reports out near the Real Auto Ranch. I'm Jonathan McGrew, and if you've watched our videos before, you know we do some of these real quicks just to show you some interesting things about the cars that we're driving. Just so happens that we have the Subaru BRZ today. That is the same vehicle, well, not the same, but a similar vehicle to the Scion FRS. And the Scion FRS and the BRZ from Subaru are a collaboration, so you'll even find both names under the hood on the Boxer motor. This has the STI ground effects package and is right about $30,000 as tested with the MSRP. But what we want to talk to you today about is this snow that is on the ground. We have this car, it got super cold here in Colorado all of a sudden, and we got this snowstorm. And so this gave us an idea that what if you drive one of these cars regularly? What if you can only have a sports coupe? How does it fare when you get snow and ice? And the snow and ice here in Colorado has been here for a couple days. And so most of the main streets, when you get out to the main roads, are going to be clear and they're just going to be icy. But out here on our country streets, well, you can see I'm sliding sideways there. I actually have the traction control turned off because it is easier for me to get going by upshifting and bringing this vehicle along with the driving skills that I've learned here in Colorado and with the winter driving schools that I've been to. Now, one of the things that is interesting about this car is that we have sports tires and we have the ground effects package. This is not going to be a car that you want to plan to drive in the snow every year without some change. So here we go. This is a long uphill, and I don't even know if I can get up this hill with this car. So you can see I am probably not going to be able to get up the hill. So what I'm going to do is turn the traction control back on and see if we can get up the hill with it. Nope, it's not gonna go. Nope, we're just going sideways. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, we're gonna have to go home another way, because that is the downside to having a rear-wheel drive vehicle in the snow. So instead of trying to get up this incline, we're gonna go back to Real Auto Ranch another direction. Now, one of the things I wanted to show is that if I sit here at the flat spot of this street and I turn the traction control on, so all the vehicle skid and traction controls on, and I start to go in first, it's getting me going. I'm not doing anything but keeping steady pressure on the accelerator. That's what I mean by it is a good system for this car. It has anti-skid control, so if I start, see I'm moving the wheel around, and it is compensating for the fact that I am jerking this car around and my traction control light is going off constantly. All right, so it is good in that sense. And I mean, I can really throw this car around with the traction control on, and it is super easy to steer in and out, and it is braking on the four corners and keeping me on the road. So from a driving in the snow and ice and inclement weather, it's not so much that you would plan to drive this car every day in this weather. The question is whether you would end up having to, and could you make it home safely? And I believe that this car has a lot of safety features in it, and with the manual transmission and some experience driving in the snow, you can make this vehicle actually be fairly easy to drive. And I don't know if you can hear the traction control. I'm on a very snowy, packed street now, going uphill again, but not as uphill as we were with the other street. So there are definitely going to be some limitations to this vehicle, and it is going to be a rear-wheel drive car, so it's going to be very oversteer happy, but you can upshift it, and this vehicle is pretty flexible in that I've got it right at 1,000 RPM and in fifth gear at just 20 miles an hour, and we're now cruising down this street quite easily. And the ABS will bring it to a halt, maybe not super quick, but it brought it to a halt. And you can choose to start up in second and let it, see, get going. And then we're gonna go to third, and we're gonna get out of the way of this other vehicle here. Yep. And as you can see, this vehicle can make it home for you. It's not something, as I said, you'd want to choose to drive in the snow, but it's a good thing for consumers to know how much safety is put in these cars for the consumer. Of course, you can also kill it, but it is a neat chance that we are showing you that this car is capable, maybe just not as comfortable as some all-wheel drive Subarus. I'm Jonathan McGrew. That's a real quick video on how a Subaru BRZ does in the snow, and may not be surprising, but it's good to know that at least you can make it home.